We're going to move into some footwork. We're going to keep the heaviest loop band around our outer thighs, and we've tied the lightest Theraband to a quarter of the way into our foam roller. We're going to grab that in our outside hand, and we're going to step up onto the roller. So we have that band in our dominant hand. We step on up. Our legs are together. Imagine you're a bird wrapping its claws around a branch. Point the toes around the roller. Go ahead and take that arm up into a overhead press, pushing the shoulder down, breathing. Inhale here. On our exhale, we're going to come more onto our metatarsals, so our heels are kind of hanging off the roller. You got to lift up your pelvic floor to stay there. Inhale, pelvis pulls down. Exhale, we do a little small pedal of the heels, bending one knee and then the other. You got to lift up through your pelvis so you don't let that roller slide out from underneath you. The shoulder stability you'll find with that press. Remember, the back helps with the movement as well. Sternum reaching in towards the back body. Lower pelvic floor lifting in and up through your torso out the crown of the head. Pelvis pulling down. Inner thighs pulling back. So I like to inhale, ground. Exhale, move. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, ground. Exhale, move. 2, 3, 4. This takes a lot of lift through your core. This is going to really work on the flexibility of the calves, the articulation of the feet, and the involvement of the pelvic floor for footwork. We can't just rely on our leg muscles. We need to rely on the torso to carry the limbs through space. Give me 2 more. After your second one, bend the knees and make your way off of the roller, and we'll switch sides. Now, I'll warn you, this side is going to be a little more challenging. Don't check out. Make sure you're always focused with your eyes. Your knees are soft. You're using your breath. No holding the breath. With the hand on the wall, just make sure you're not pushing into a cabinet or pulling into something that could move. You've got to have good leverage for safety purposes. Once we're up, we're going to begin the pedaling. Inhale. We're still, we imagine the pelvis pulling down, the sternum softening inward. On our exhale, we pedal by bending the knees, and it's small, and I don't want to see the pelvis going up and down, which is why I say pause on your inhale and pull the pelvis down so that when you bend, it's from the femur bone, it's just dropping, and you're getting that stretch in the calves without a deep shift or hike of the pelvis. We shouldn't have to do that. We should be able to lift up through the core and keep our pelvis completely stable and square to the wall in front of us. So make this small, make it slow. Even though you are pedaling, I'd rather it be a nice slow pedal and there be control. We don't want the roller going out from underneath you. You won't do that if you're lifting up through your center. Shoulders down the back. Give me 2 more sets here. Hear your breath. After your final set, step off, grab a 3-pound weight, and you're going to come back to your dominant side, holding that 3-pound weight in your outside hand. Step on up. From here, we'll start a little closer to the wall, and you're going to step onto the right foot, stepping to your right, or stepping to your dominant foot, and then kicking the inside leg to your butt, coming into that hamstring curl, the lower body work we did. Take the shoulder press you just found with the footwork up. And from here, I want you to test your balance. See if you can find your balance, taking that hand away from the wall, using your low abs. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3, hand back to the wall, step closer to the wall again. We're traveling through space. Test your balance as you step onto that outside foot. We're going to stay on the same side just so that the loaded side is our standing side. That gives us good opposition. Plantar flex the foot that's going towards the butt. Toes pointed, inner thighs together, pelvis pulling down, abs pulling in and up, shoulders are down, focus up. 1 more breath here, inhale. And slowly make your way off. As a reminder, this next side is your non-dominant side. You got to be extra careful. No moving quickly. Don't bring the hand away from the wall unless you feel confident that your center is under you and you have your balance. Step to that single leg. So we're stepping in the frontal plane to a unilateral balance. Inner thighs come together. We're putting together some exercises we've done, our hamstring curl and our overhead press. We're seeing how square we can get the pelvis, how we can turn off our hip flexors and quadriceps, use our toes, close the sternum, front ribs, plug the shoulder down, and let's make our way back closer to the wall. Second set, stepping to the side to balance. So same side, we step towards, away from the wall, kick the butt with our inside heel. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale, pelvis pulls down. Exhale, inner thighs pull back. Pelvic floor muscles pull up. Inhale, shoulders plug down. And exhale, slowly make your way off of the roller. You're going to set that weight down and come back to your dominant side. We'll step back up onto the roller. Feet are going to be together for this. If you have any low back issues, take your feet hip distance apart. So soft bend in the knees. That inside hand, I want to encourage you to keep it walking down the wall. You're going to bend your knees. Exhale as you begin to fold forward, reaching your hand for the floor. Now, the hamstrings are open with lordosis, so we don't have the struggle with hamstring flexibility here. We're moving into a forward fold. Release the back of the neck, hanging here. This is nice because we get an even deeper stretch. We have to use our core in this release, so it's an active stretch because we're actively using our pelvic floor muscles, pulling them in and up, staying grounded. Eventually, you'll get to where both hands can hang out on the ground. You can bend your knees and straighten them, working on the inner thigh strength, staying nice and grounded. Hold it here. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale, tuck your pelvis under. Exhale, inner thighs help you pull up. Walk the hand up the wall. Slowly coming up, using your center. Slow, slow, slow. Once you're up, stay here, bend the knees. Inhale, roll that outside shoulder back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees and step off, coming to the other side. So our inside arm is doing a little work. We're going to do the same fold here. Still working on releasing the low back, the neck, the shoulders, the chest. So as you do your deep C curve, I want the sternum reaching for the back body, inner thighs pulling back to the wall behind you. Each inhale, the pelvis pulls towards the roller and the pelvic floor muscles pull in and up, deepening that C curve. Crown of the head through those feet, deep C shape. Inhale. You can always hold a yoga block in the outside hand if you want something a little closer to the floor for leverage. Breathe here. Inhale. Deepening into the stretch. Exhale. Letting go of the neck, facial muscles, shoulders. Pulling in and up on the pelvic floor. Feeling your pelvis pulling towards the roller. Inner thighs pulling back to the wall behind you. You can always bobble the chin if you think you're holding neck tension. Close your eyes. Check your proprioception. Keep your abs firm. Inhale, pelvis pulling down towards the roller. Begin to peel up. Inner thighs pulling back. Pelvic floor muscles pulling up. Use your outside hand. Use your toes. Collarbone wide. Deep lift of the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Pelvis pulls down in opposition of those muscles. Once you're up and steady, roll that outside shoulder back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job.